Hey y'all. So, Tiny Bookshop has been out for a little bit, and I have not actually done anything with it because so many people were doing it, and I played the demo, and I was super stoked about the game itself because I feel like the concept speaks for itself. Um, And then the game came out, and honestly, I wasn't expecting the content in this game that I'm getting. Like, I thought it was my first point and click. I thought it was gonna be nice, simple, cozy. One of those games that I could come home and play when I was exhausted on my laptop, which is kind of like what Strange Horticulture was for me. And if you don't know about Strange Horticulture, I may actually throw that one in for the spooky season lineup, which will be starting at the end of this week. This is getting posted sans editing tonight before I go to work. Tonight is October 3rd. So hold me to that. Sitting down and taking time for myself. You sit down and take time for yourself too. Also, I have started recording some study with me videos while I work on my classes. I was doing that for a friend of mine that also just recently started going back to school, and they were very nervous about it. So I was just going to do that. If any of you are interested in that, I'm going to throw a couple of those up there. Those will be featuring Ithia, the magical studies. I think it's called, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Ithia Magic Studies and also Spirit City Lo-Fi. I have the kitchen and the train expansion packs for Spirit City Lo-Fi. So I may be doing a couple of those. I've just started Ithia, and I know that they have their first update that just happened. So there's new stuff for me to discover there. But those will probably be about an hour to maybe hour and a half at a time. I may also do a compilation at some point for anybody who studies longer than that per day because just to edit them together and I don't know, exams and whatnot. So look for that. Look to holding me to that closer to winter time. So this game though, I was so excited. The more content I was getting out of it after the release and my recent playings in it, I just come home and I'm just so surprised at everything. But one of the things that I've been doing, is I have been making because so you recommend books to people as part of the gameplay, and when you recommend the books, you actually get to see the book, you get the synopsis, and these are real books. And the way I've been filling out my to be reads right now, my TBRs, if you know, you know, I've been filling them out. So I have a little notebook here. And not only for that, but also for books that maybe I want to get. My cousins are having baby cousins. And something for the teen once in a while. So, and then there's also the atmosphere. And you will find that I am huge on atmosphere when it comes to everything. From my daily ambiances, I do watch a lot of the Korean camping vloggers. I don't know if you know anything about this, but they have some of the best, cutest camping technology right now. South Koreans, and I am trying to get all over that when I start finding the equipment that I eventually want to do a separate channel where it is traveling with the teen and their thoughts on the places that we go as far as what they would have liked when they were a kid. I would have liked to do it earlier, but we didn't have the money. But what they would have liked when we were a kid, and what they like now as a teenager. They've been to a few. What do you call? I camped so much growing up. I really the fancy resorts with their dad, and I guess some of them they like. Some of them don't really cater to kids. Uh, I feel like some of it is not catering to kids because can they leave the resort depending on where they are, but also imagination. Again, I think we don't offer our kids the opportunity for imagination a lot. Also because we want them to stay connected to their friends and everybody's online, so it's really, really hard for us to be like, hey, I want you to go outside and put all this down. I just have to do some work on my computer while you stay off your computer. It's very hard to explain to them, especially as a parent that has one foot in analog and one foot in digital, when digital is so much more prominent with everything. But we'll get there. But yeah, really love a lot of the little gadgets they have that you can bring along, from everything from coolers that actually have the technology to, it's not just a bigger and more expensive form of an igloo. It actually has technology to regulate the temperature. You don't have to worry about buying bags and bags of ice. We're not wasting water everywhere. So these are kind of some of the things I'm sure I will find problems with. And you can find a problem anywhere if you look hard enough, right? But I feel like these are the types of things that I'm trying to talk about when I say we could use technology that does not stomp on nature. Like, this is useful. It is useful to have a cooler that can self-regulate its temperature, so we're not buying and essentially throwing away bundles and bundles of water, right? Which is what ice bags that go into our cooler are. There's no, you leave it out too long, your food gets warm anyways, and there's no way to preserve any of this water. And even if you did, if you're going to drink it, you still have to boil it again, and on and on. That's all of my stuff. It's a bookshop. All of my stuff is a talking head thing, but this is a bookshop, so I'm going to say that whatever books pop up, I will probably babble about as well. I might take a little while longer to get through this game than other people. This is honestly just me starting the game. Start the game. Wisteria. This is me just starting the game before I go to work, because I wanted to throw something out there. I wanted to talk to everybody. I've packed up my things. This is me going camping, though, too. Leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. And this is what I was getting at with that half sentence about, 10 minutes ago. I love the life in this game. I want this. So I want the bookshop. I want the community. I want this for everybody. I want it for me, absolutely. But I want this for everybody. Like, isn't this what we're really trying to accomplish? Everyone thriving, everyone being happy, everyone being able to do their little thing, even if it isn't seen as some grand, huge gesture that changes the world. This tiny little bookshop could be the thing that inspires somebody else who goes on to do the grand, big thing. Like, not every one of our roles is huge in the history books, but every one of our roles could be huge to somebody. It can be huge to just the person sitting next to you. Maybe they're having a bad day and something makes you laugh, and they look at you and you start talking about the thing that made you laugh, and it makes them laugh too. I don't know. But this should be this quiet, beautiful, serene community where everyone thrives. There's literally nothing that we need on this planet that is not already provided, if not by the planet itself, but by the creativity of us as people and humans and a community. There's no reason to struggle. This could be the life. This is picture perfect, right? I will figure out the directions I'm supposed to be doing this in eventually. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to go through a little bit of this opening. I have so much. Today's been so busy, and I have so much I have to do before I go to work, because I have to be especially perfect tonight. I'm a little behind. I had the stomach flu on Monday, so I missed that. And I am a day-to-day survivor. Financially, I'm a bartender. And whatever. You know, I've been here for a while. We get through it. But this is a community for all of us. So, we're going to open this. We're going to open this. And you can observe other things. Now, I've been playing this for a while. So, what I'm going to tell you is you can observe other things beforehand. But if there are extras that need to go into your active space, like eventually you get the ability to recycle bottles you'll find around. That's not going to register if you don't have your bookshop fully open, so don't waste your time doing that until you do. And you can go around, and this is one of the reasons I love point and clicks. Is like I said, I sit on my bed at night, I play with my little laptop with my point and clicks, and I catch up on my shows. What show? It's Friday. I don't know that I have anything. I may have to watch. I have to catch up on the Demon Hunter and Big Brother, the Chinese Donghuas. Out of order right now. Ugh, I'll have to get it fixed. Sounds like we have some work to do. The coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. I'm very curious. I have not looked yet. But when I started thinking about how much I wanted to just drive around a little truck with a little book trailer, I was like, I wonder where this is based off of. If it's not actually an actual spot. Read on. Most of the board is taken up with the illustrations of the marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember seeing a stranded one at Far Beach before. Their delicate tentacles are used to catch prey, such as plankton, but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill. These scavengers can seem menacing to humans, but they are trying to adjust to increasing urbanization of their habitats. That would be that stomping on portion I was talking about. Wildlife bridges are something that, if you're interested, are easy enough to promote. And if anybody's interested, I will start looking into those as to how you can have them depending on your area and what state you live in. I'm more than happy to do the research on that stuff for y'all. Not all of it, but I'll point you in the right directions. So, wildlife bridges are definitely a thing we should be looking into more often. And getting away from cars, but nobody wants to have that conversation right now, and I understand. But I think a lot more of us have cars because we need them instead of wanting them. I want my car for camping. Obviously, that's a lot of stuff to carry. But for day-to-day stuff, if I could not have to drive, that would be phenomenal. I'm not a big stop and go person. I don't like repetitive driving. I don't like the back and forth. I like going to a destination, and if it's a long drive that I'm just going to have to turn around on, that is especially upsetting for me. Having been in the customer service industry for a long time, I don't usually drive during rush hour, so I'm a little spoiled in that way too. If I hit traffic, I will turn around. If I don't absolutely need what I need and I go out and there's a lot of cars, I'll just turn around. Because I'd rather bike or walk or take a super fast train to go visit my cousin in Springfield. Would be cool. It would be so awesome if I could just... Sorry, if it's too loud. It'd be awesome, though, if I could just shoot down to Springfield real quick and then see my cousin and then come back up. So, but I want to move to the coast. The ocean's been calling me for a while. I think the ocean's been calling all of us for a while, but not for any reason other than to heal it. What's my tea for the day? My tea right now is just some ginger chamomile because my stomach's upset. And I've been tired all day, which is why I'm talking like a weirdo. Sorry. I'm not sorry. It's okay. We can all have our weirdo moments. They are incredibly intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in and teach them. Lastly, there is a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured shown to look different above and below the water's surface. Were you aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods? Arthropods! Learn to read. Speaking of learning to read, when's the last time you went and got yourself a library card? I will be pushing that always and forever. Library cards are important. Library cards and reading are very important. Library cards and reading are both very awesome active forms of resistance, in case you just needed a small one. An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in to catch plankton out of the water. Fascinating creatures. It feels like you have gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. Yeah. Every day. For new critters. It's one of the reasons I love entomologists. Because I would not actually be super into finding out why bugs annoy me the way they do. So this our girl, we love her, and you won't even need the tutorial. I can be your tutorial. I love this game so much. My, what a sight. You must be the new bookseller. This is Tilde. We love her. I've heard so much about you. What? How? Oh, don't worry. I have my sources. Anyway, welcome to our great little town. I'm glad you've decided to stop by. I thought you might need someone to show you the ropes around here. I'm Tilde. I used to run the local bookstore here before my retirement. Lovely to meet you. Let's see. You should know that us Bookstonians have very particular tastes in books. I, for example, prefer to read classic and crime novels and not much else. So I don't have a look at your selection and see if I can find something worthwhile. Does this bother you if I have it like this? Y'all be seeing my dirty laundry. Bravo, you had the right book on hand. When a customer finds a book, they will keep looking for more. I'm not sure if I probably could. I hope I find room for it. You can... Hey, welcome. Yeah, you can. Sadly, you didn't have the right book on offer. Oi! Even though you may have books of the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. You can check your sale chance at any time by hovering over the genres on the right. 25, 43, 19. The sale chance shows the odds that someone might find a book they like, because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop. It will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is the mark of a great bookseller. In my base game, I am supposed to be selling out my bookshelves, and I have not done that yet, so it'll be interesting to see if my decisions here change that. Okay, so your money earned up here. I feel like I can't change any of the settings right now. That takes everything off the screen, right? Sorry, guys. I'm playing around. I'm playing with you too hard. I apologize. Make them. Hi there. You're the bookseller, right? I see you already talked to Tilde. Did she know everything about you already? Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I'd even started my job there. Oh, I'm talking about the Buxtonbury Review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them. My name is Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Your arrival is kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. So you'll have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. Um, how about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. You may appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. All right, so, for the record, what made you come to Buxtonbury? Need an escape? Searching for where I belong? Wanted an adventure? That's me. Oh, wow, I kind of feel the same way. I hope it works out for you. Okay, and what's your first impression of the town so far? Very, windy. A bit intimidating. Friendly, I think. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thanks so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it. And I promise you'll have your first copy of the review by tomorrow morning. I'll have a look at your selection now if you don't mind. See you around? He ums almost as much as I do. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. It's always sad. Now I have to close up. Boom, boom, boom. It gets so beautiful here. Like, this is so common. If you like Chinese dramas, can I just say, the same feeling I get from this game, the relaxation factor, the dreamy factor, if you will, is the same feeling I got from a Chinese drama called Meet Yourself, which is an excellent drama with an amazing cast. The writing is perfection. The OST is phenomenal. It's a bit emotional, and I'm honestly going to tell you, it's one of those shows that you watch when you want both comfort, but you also are willing to look into yourself a lot. Maybe you're in a depression spiral, which is where I was when I started watching it, or you're just going through a massive change in life or something like that. It's the first couple episodes are rough. They're very rough. I'm not gonna lie. It deals with a very real tragedy. That even though I haven't gone through it, if you have empathy, it's gonna be a rough one. But the actual purpose of this drama becomes so very clear once she travels to this small town, and everyone in this little town is so precious and so life changing. And there are times where you fall asleep with her, and it is honestly one of, I don't say this for a lot of drama art shows. I was raised by the babysitter, so I tend to reject a lot of emotion when it comes to watching shows now, because that messed me up in the head, just like being raised by television. But this is one of the few shows where it is so raw and so real and so relatable, that it truly can heal you. I think if you were just lost, Meet Yourself is a really good Chinese drama to check out. Again, I watch a lot of my dramas on Rakuten Viki. I am not in the business of knowing if every single thing that I am spending my money on is usually problematic. I try to be conscious of it, but I am not always perfect. So Please forgive me if I send you down an avenue you don't want to be on. Don't feel like you have to take any of my recommendations ever. It's just me talking and just things that I do. And feel free to tell me if there's something that I don't know. But that's still a really good drama regardless of where you're able to find it. So let's see if we can get into some decorating before I have to close out, maybe. So this is our Bookstore review. This is where you're going to go for all of your super fun stuff. You can get things down here, and they do change seasonally. We do have seasons in this. I'm only in fall. Beautiful. Honestly, autumn is one of the best seasons ever. One of the best 4 seasons. It's the best season. Autumn is the best season. And then we will get rainy days, which I also love. A good rainy day. You know, if you're watching my cornucopia, which I'm going to be dropping at least 2. I've been recording a whole bunch. And that's where all my editing paranoia has been invested in, which is why this one is not going to be edited at all. Again, I apologize. Deal with it. So we got the Tiny Bookshop Rules in Bookstore, and they're going to talk about you. And you can see your sales here too on a regular basis. And then we'll have our holidays and special events that we're going to go here. So this keeps you up to date on literally everything you're going to need. Precisely what this Tiny Bookshop operator has done. Finding a true home, starting humble business abroad. That's what I'm doing. Choosing our very own Bookstore at their latest destination. When asked about their first impression, the fresh-faced bookseller finds Bookstore to be very friendly. Find out more about this new and exciting shop by visiting the waterfront tomorrow. We're going to the waterfront. You'll get to choose. Every place you go is going to cost you money. So be very, very sure that you know how much money you need. I have gone into the negatives once or twice. Money in your pocket. I think I just said all this. And then over here, when you go into your storage, you're going to be like, these are all the books you have. And then I'll show you probably in the next one. I'm going to post this, and then I'll come home tonight and I'll play a little more after work. Just to show everything off. We'll get the lay of the land stuff out of the way right away. The study with me videos are going to be much more quiet. It's going to be mostly focused on the organizational game and just watching me study. So I'll probably have a whole new adjusted camera angles. I don't think I'll just be in this little box over here. I'll be bigger box, but we'll still have the organizational games on the screen. I don't know. It's going to be experiment. If anybody pays attention to that, let me know what you like. Or I can just eliminate myself altogether. I just eliminate myself altogether. But that's not really study with me, is it? Is it? Or I could put the game in the corner. We'll see. I'll try a couple different things out. Books in your bookshop. Classified section. Buy stuff. Bye. Give me the other thing that's 0. I love free stuff. Give it to me. Yes. And we have enough to buy this. I'm not closing yet. You can't make me. Okay, now I'm closing because we are going to have to pay for wherever we go. I know. Lonely Cactus needs a new home. Item bar. Click here. And this. Really quick. We'll see. Do I have any free paints? Oh. Am I the worst? Because I always go ahead of the... I always go ahead of the tutorial if I play the game already. But I need to play the game already because otherwise it'll just be 20 minutes of me doing this. Nobody wants that. Watch out this. Sometimes this comes. Yes. So we're going to get decorations and the decorations and all this stuff. And even the decorations that you have to use to progress the storyline are going to affect your sales. So one of the things I'm still bad at, I'm only in the first fall. It does say year 1. So I'm hoping there's at least 2 years. But with fall, I tend to definitely, I should probably, the ADHD is kicking in because I have work coming up, so I apologize. I think it tends to be based on what's in your store. So paying attention to even, I think the paint colors might have something to do with it, with some of the storylines too. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. But yeah, pay attention to your decorations, because sometimes the boosts, you can focus on the boosts and you don't really notice the negatives. I'm not sure what the danger ones do. It seems like a very wholesome game, and I have a candle in my main game. I'm afraid to put the coffee pot in. We'll see if danger actually is dangerous or if it's just kind of a negative buff effect. And this is how, and you can do this with all of your everything, your books, and there are some items that are so good. I don't want to remove an item. Okay, but we're going to do that, and then we're going to put it back anyways. Actually, I usually put this out here. Let me click on this. Inventory by types. Let me have paints. Right. Sell. Bucket. Do it. No. I don't want it on the floor though. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's bright. I like the floor natural wood. I want the roof to be... Ooh. Ooh. I love it when people just give me presents. What do you think? No. Oh. And then just brown for the... I like that. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, this yellow is not working for me, maybe? Oh, that's cute. Okay. And shells. Do we have shells? They're already in there. Okay. What's new? What's new? What's new? Pick a location to visit on the map. Going to a location has travel costs. Daily expenses. We want your money. As well as parking fees for location. We want your money. More locations for now. Let's go to the waterfront square. Okay, but... You're just not gonna... I'm gonna go back. I guess I can't go back. You're just gonna make me do it. So we're gonna work through a day. Oh, we're gonna work through a day. Guys, we're gonna work through a day. Waterfront. I feel like there should be some travel stuff. Maybe more crime. Maybe more... That's not what I wanted. What? Cool. Stocking more books of a genre increases the sales chance. Cool. Let me stock more books. Fill the shelves. No need to leave an empty space. I'm trying. Fantasy. There will always be fantasy books on my shelves. Are my shelves ready though? Are they? I feel like travel. Facts maybe? What do people who are in boats want to read? I don't know. Okay, let's go. We'll find out. Who knows? Okay, we're gonna do this day. And then we're all gonna wait for. Did you notice you can look around the location? Oh, travel sale chance. Love it. Can't equip anything after I'm already here though, right? Right? Because that would be too easy. That would be too easy. Is there anything else to pick up? Still out of order. Okay, fine. All right. Clickety, clickety, clack. Open up the stack. Oh. It's the table and all that stuff. That's what was new. We'll put it out next time. We'll decorate. And then we'll check out. I'm sure we'll get at least a new. Yeah. Where you can access them the next day. Right. Because you don't want me being able to access anything right now. That would be too easy. I'm just checking on checking on the teenagers' location and schoolings. Because I'm a big spying mama. That's what I do. Alright, I'll have this in full screen the next time around. I just making myself stop being lazy. Ah, there you are. I wanted to commend you on how much you've been livening up this place. I don't know words. Livening up this place. I'm sure you want to branch out to other places in town now. Yes, please. My friend Mary owns a very successful cafe in the town center. If I call her up and get her to give you a parking space, you could get quite a few visitors. But I want to see and stop it. Good call. Yes, I know, dear. You can always trust me on these sorts of things. Is Tildy my mentor? I've never had a mentor. That would be cool. It's decided then. Meet me out by the Cafe Liberté as soon as you can. Cafe Liberté. I guess we know where we're going when I get back from work, my friends. Go to the cafe and speak to Tilde. Oh, while we're on the topic of showing your face. This bag on my head not working? I would totally be wearing a bag on my head. I heard our dear Walter was quite impressed with your wagon. He's one of the local fishers. Why didn't you go over there and introduce yourself? He should be back from his recent catch just now. Where is he? Is this him? Introduce yourself to Walter the Sailor. You might want to write this down, love. Having an organized diary will come in handy in our business. You know what? I still have quite a few unsold journals left over from my old shop. So here, why don't you take this one? I get a journal. Thank you, Tilde. There you go. I hope you make good use of it. Goodbye. You got the journal. Hey. I love journaling. Open it anytime to check your progress. Just the journal in your item bar. Like that. Here you can track which genres you have sold the most of. Useful for adjusting your selections. My friends. This is your goal. This is focus on these. Focus here on this part. But also focus on there's at least one or two off genres that tend to coincide with these. Fact books, surprisingly, kids books. For instance, that's the only hint I'm going to give you, though. This is the total number of books you sold here. Check back here for hints and events as you discover more. Looks like this page holds little postage stamps to mark your moments in Bookstonbury. You'll collect these stamps as you're making contributions around town. You can also see your progress towards the stamps as well as hints and extra info. Hover over the stamp for more information. Ahoy, matey, introduce yourself to Walter the Sailor. He's usually sitting out by the stairs at the waterfront. Click on the earrings in the corner to flip another page. Click on the books to navigate. See the different items and effects currently affecting your shop. Make sure to use this page if you're ever unsure what something does, or when you're trying to create the most optimized bookshop. This is what I'm telling you. Some things will negatively affect your positive things, and the cactus is outside. I feel like it should not have that many effects on everything. Character entries. Find more about the characters and include genres they like, personal information, and where you last saw them. Okay, I'm going to tell you, Fern love him some sci-fi. That's the only hint you're getting from me. That's all you're getting from me. Requests for you to fulfill in their memories. They're fun. They're easy. And they're fun and they're mellow. I love how mellow this game is. Oh my gosh. You can check up on them here to track your progress. Let's sell some books. I gotta go to work. Boo. This should be my job. Hey, what are you doing here? So I assumed you'd be at the beach like everyone else. Oh, I'm so sorry. I already forgot that you're new. You just seem to fit in so easily. So sorry. Sorry, here I'll show you how to get to Far Beach in case you want to drop by there soon. Bam. Afternoon at the seaside. Visit the beach 3 times. I think we can visit the beach 3 times, guys. I'm not really a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need some of your reading material. Oh, we should probably talk to Walter. Hey, Walter. Ahoy there, kiddo. How's it going? Stamp collected. Ahoy, matey. Introduce yourself to Walter. This looks like you got a good sturdy vessel there. I have some old items laying around which I thought you might like. See if it is to your liking. Lobster boy. Vintage globe. Oh, you know it's not gonna be there tomorrow. Country names and borders may be out of date. Wait, go back. I need to read it. Old trusty globe could help you sail the 7 seas and beyond. +1 daily expenses for each different location you visit in the past 7 days, +2 to travel sale chance. That's all for now. My friends tell me you've got some decent cargo on board, too. They've been especially enjoying your travel and classic novels. Guess I have to be careful, or I might be outsold by your... Why don't we make a bet? If you can make 20 sales to my buddies, I'll admit defeat. 20 books to the local sailor. I'm looking forward to a little competition, kiddo. Good luck. Okay, guys, I need 30 more gold in the next 4... No! Dude, spend 30. Spend 30. Why are you leaving? Don't leave. I want the globe. I like globes. I want the globe. At least the sunset makes my my little bookstore look cheery. I like the color changes. Hanging money plant. Yeah. Looks like some items have been discounted a little. Now might be a good time to buy them. Don't wait any longer. Items in the seasonal section have a much slower turnover, so there's no need to hurry. Snatch them up for the season end. Okay. It's a money plant. I don't know why I needed it. It wasn't even that great. Alright, y'all. I think we're gonna stop here so I can get ready for my Job, the other Job, the less fun Job, comedies and tragedies. All this should be here when I get back. I can't afford any of it anyways. But all of it'll be here, so I'm gonna throw this one out today, tonight. You'll be seeing this right now on October 3rd. And I'm gonna start looking at, I got the Rusty Lakes games coming up. Franbo is gonna be coming up. And any of the witchy stuff, I do have Little Witch in the Woods and Potionomics. So it's just gonna be a bunch of exploring all the stuff. But for this, for sure, this and Cornucopia and Immortal Life are going to be the three that I'm going to be playing consistently throughout until we finish it together as a group. So y'all have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for staying with me despite how hard it is for me to sit my little butt down and take some actual time for myself. And I hope that at least if you have as much trouble doing that as I do, that I am giving you permission with my time sitting down to sit down and take some time for yourself. Take some time to reconnect with yourself. Take some time to reconnect with nature. Have a great cup of tea. And I will catch y'all the next time around. Bye.